Hi, I'm Ines Simpson, trainer of Simpson Protocol, creator of Simpson Protocol, and this is Tim Horn on the top here is that, and he's my trainer in Virginia, and down below is Greg Beckett, and he's my trainer in Los Angeles, and they're SP in the United States. SP has evolved every single session that I've ever done. So maybe, Tim, you could give me an insight into what's happening this year.
Well, I'll tell you what I really enjoy about the protocol. I started at the very beginning when it began, a one-day class. Since then, we've evolved to 4 days. And all the experience people have put in have caused us to change this, to tighten it up, to do the very best work we have. I had a client, I actually had a hypnotist about 4 years ago, took the class with me, a 2-day class, and they found that the protocol was doing incredible things with them, but they wanted to move forward. So what I did was I've signed them up for the next class. They're going to be taking the advanced course, which allows them to do health protocol. It allows them to do a spiritual protocol, surrogacy work, and a lot of other things that were not at the very beginning. Additionally, all the work we've done in the protocol has shown us the things that are not beneficial to the protocol. And a lot of things get taken away. The weed is separated from the chaff, and only the very best remains. What I really like about the new training is, after we're done, all the students end up joining a group where they can share their ideas or experiences with other people who've been practicing the protocol, so that they can always move the protocol forward. It is not a stagnant thing. It's a growing, improving thing with every class we take and every client you have. That's what I love about the protocol.
And Greg, how about you?
How about me? I know one thing that we want everyone to know is that we've changed how we approach the training. We used to do, when it started, a 1 day. That was before me. I'm a youngster. It was a 2-day when I was started. And then we got up to a 4-day. And then we had mentorship that it was optional to take the mentorship. And the last couple of classes that I've taught, it's 90 to 100% of the people took mentorship. And also, we want to have people know what they're doing. I mean, how many times do we, as hypnotists or as change workers or whatever it is that each of you that are watching this do for your helping of others, we take a class and then we're kind of fumbling through it. So what we've done is we've combined the class along with the mentorship so that it's now a package, it's a program that we teach. So you take the classes, the four day or whatever it is, who pay for it if you take from Tim or I, or however it works. And then when you continue on to get your certification. So now it's a certification program with the classes and the mentorship together. And it makes it also a little bit more affordable. Not only that, because of the world that we live in right now, right? You get to take it from your own home or own office, or wherever it is. You don't have to pay for flights anymore. You don't have to pay for hotel anymore, or worry about your dog care, child care, husband care, spouse care, wife care, whatever it is. And I had something else. There's an and in there. And it's just, we found that it works completely and efficiently online, which you're going to be doing with clients anyway, as long as we have to go up and down and lock in and lock out in our lives. So you'll already have the skill online, and you'll be practicing with each other. It's still hands-on virtually, and whoever's in your home, you'll work with them, or friends that do come over. It's awesome. Awesome. And I'm excited about this year changing all that.
I think it's very good. The mentorship alone is necessary. I see so much growth in the mentorship. And when they're growing, now they've taken the course, they've got this thing in front of them, and they don't really know where to go. And you watch them and you help them, and I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah. I know the way that I do the mentorship. For me, Tim has his style, I have my style. I'm sure we cross over in some ways. Mine is, you have to do some videos. That's with all of us, right? So that we know we can give you some advice and some tweaks and some changes, so we know that what you're doing is what needs to be done. But at the same time, bringing that uniqueness and that personalized style that you may have, so that that's what's put out on your website, or when you send clients a video, or when you're working with your client. So it's a very personalized thing, the way I work with you in the mentorship and stuff. Yeah.
I think it's ideal because people can make it their own. They have to do what they believe, and they get really good at it.
I know. Go ahead, Tim. I'll sit you quiet for a second.
Clients can tell when you're being sincere and you're being who you are. When you're being authentic, the client is much more willing to accept the work you're doing. We show you not only the basics, but some of the fine tuning of the protocol. But from there, you can put your own spin on it that allows the core of the protocol to remain, with that special thing that you as an individual hypnotist or healer of any sort can add. That's something that a lot of other techniques don't allow. And after that.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, well, we keep it going online. Once they're there, they get more training by video,
Exactly. What I was going to say was, afterward, the people who've been trained in the protocol, they don't feel as if they've been thrown out into the woods. They follow up with the mentoring program, and from there, they learn the things they're doing well, those things are emphasized, and the things they can always make better. And this gives them a feeling of support. After that, they can join the Simpson Protocol group and share their ideas or experiences with others who are always supportive. That's the great thing about the protocol. It's an entire community that extends and keeps growing every year.
Yeah.
So I'm going to add to that for a second real quick.
Please.
When you're talking about everybody, I talk about uniqueness and you talk about the growth, Tim, and how they can add their own spin. I think the word I'd like to use is that you get to use your own creativity in your style within the parameters of what we teach you. You get to break out in certain areas and have that creativity and that connection of who you are to connect with that client and really work in a style that fits for you, again, within what we teach, and giving so much more, because you're so free to do that.
I always say that Simpson Protocol can be used for anything, but I think there's deaf ears many times out there, because they'll ask, well, can I use it for this? Yes, you can. You can use it for anything. And they don't seem, and mentorship gives them that feeling that they can do it, that they really take it on. They can handle anything.
If we were to say something about the basics of Simpson Protocol, right, is that we don't have to know what the issue is as a practitioner. And nor does a client have to really know. They have to know where they want to go, or how they want to feel, or what they'd like to change. But we don't have to pinpoint and then put our judgment, because there's no judgment in it.
Nope.
And just allowing them within themselves to become more confident in working with their higher mind, or how they get to that release and do what they need to do.
Yep.
And that working with a client and having it be client-centered, in a way that comes over to the practitioners, the people using the protocol. We're also asking them to use their own tools and to highlight those so they can allow the clients to do the best work for themselves as well.
Yeah.
Additionally, what's really great about the protocol is it can be used for just about anything. I've taught massage therapists, Reiki practitioners, people use access bars, because the truth is, holistic healers are dealing with the clients and all the experiences, all the things that have been added on to them. And the Simpson Protocol allows all those little layers of the onion that prevent the people from living their best lives to be stripped away. And that's perfect for any kind of holistic healer.
Yeah, I found that out a few years ago. I had people taking the course and they weren't hypnotists. I didn't know they weren't hypnotists, and they did better than the hypnotist because we didn't have to unteach a lot of things.
That's true. Those that are hypnotists and aren't, the interesting thing is,
there's different things.
As someone that is a hypnotist, right? All the things that I learned in the past, foundation work, regression, all those sorts of things are already in Simpson Protocol. It's a whole package or a whole program that allows you to do all that work with the client that they're doing themselves.
Yeah.
It's not our judgment. Again, it's not our judgment. It's them working within themselves.
Yeah.
With their
So
higher mind.
it's holistic, meaning it does the physical, mental, emotional, everything spiritual. So it does everything. So they pick really what they're doing.
And I think one of the things about the protocol I really enjoy is if you think about it, people who have surgeries and they have transplant surgery, there's always a chance of rejection. When the client realizes they're doing the work themselves, it gives them a sense of empowerment. It allows them to accept the work. It allows them to feel that self-empowerment, self-actualization in a way that makes the change come so much more simply.
Yeah.
They're not going to deny the most important person in the world to themselves, the person they love most. They're never going to deny them. And that makes the change that much easier.
Very well said.
So what else is new this year in 2022? We were talking about, I think, the training and how that's changed, but we're also offering additional training so that you can see how SP works with in the holistic form with physical and mental and spiritual. So, excuse me, physical, spiritual, emotional, mental, soul. And we're going to break it down and have different workshops throughout the year for pain management, a lot of self-hypnosis. It's an advanced self-hypnosis workshop. So then you can start using it on yourself at any time for anything that you want to do. You'll get all the principles there. We also do surrogate work, all sorts of things. So those are going to be popping up all throughout the year that we're going to be doing and that you can attend.
Those are really good. The self-hypnosis one is the structure for everything to work on themselves.
We did a self-hypnosis workshop together last year that we both taught. And I found it really wonderful that it gives them the basis, whether they're a hypnotist or not, if they're just learning for themselves, it gives them the basis of where to start and have an understanding on how they can change their own lives doing this work.
Yeah.
And then if they choose to learn more, then they can always take the certification course.
One of the things we include in the class is how to teach a self-hypnosis class using the Simpson Protocol. So as you leave, you don't just learn the techniques, you don't learn all the different ways of helping people with this. It also gives you something you can add to draw people in. By teaching a self-hypnosis class as a Simpson Protocol practitioner, it introduces people to some of the work you can do even without having them sign on for long-term change.
When people hear self-hypnosis, they think it is going into somnambulism and doing nothing. But we teach them the whole 9 yards of the advanced training. Much better.
What happens if your client walks through the door and within 45 minutes they feel loved, safe, secure, worthy, deserving, capable, accepted, all those different things? They feel as if the positive change in their life is something that they not only they must have, they should have. And to deny them that would be something that's a total antithesis of their existence. That allows them to take any kind of change work you have for them and accept it in the best way possible. It goes deeper and gives much more profound changes.
Now, I always say that you have to be open to possibility with Simpson Protocol. What does that mean? They don't understand it. So, because if I say open to possibility, let's say there's a doctor tells them this is it. This is what you have to believe. You have 6 months to live, or you have anything. You still go to that doctor. We never tell you to stop, but you have to be open to possibility to healing.
I had a client about 6 years ago who came into me, made a quick appointment, and she called and said that the doctor, she had an appointment on Monday, and the doctor gave her 3 months to live. As she came in, the question I asked her was, is it all right with you if your doctor is wrong? I'm not saying he is, But if he is wrong, are you willing to accept that possibility? That is the crack in the door that allows you to really make change.
Yeah.
If a client argues for their limitations, they're going to have them. The great thing about the Simpson Protocol is we introduce the client to the concept of not being limited, to allow themselves to make any kind of change in their life. And that allows their possibilities for a happier, healthier life to become so much better.
Very good.
Amen.
Amen.
Oh, by the way,
No.
I wanted to say, on Facebook, she updated her status about 3 months ago. The doctor was wrong,
Oh,
and
Yeah.
we're fine with that.
yeah.
We look forward to working with you. If you have any questions, feel free to contact Greg or I. We love talking about the work we do.
You love talking, period.
True enough.